Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host, Tom Quee. We are doing a kind of melding here, a preview and a recap. Premier Battles just keep putting out so many interesting events, and really the Academy experiment has been a wild success, and we're going to ruminate on that and also look forward to Matchday 5, which is the next event for Premier Battles that is coming out. It's going to be Saturday 6th of October back at the good old trusty Ruby Lounge. We're going to go through that card, and as I said before, we're going to look through the Academy stuff as well. And joining us is a heralded figure in the scene, someone who has flourished in the Academy.
I wouldn't say any of that.
I herald you. LSDean, what's good, man?
It was good. Team talks in the building, all that. Excited to get into this stuff.
So, fair to say Premier Battles has been a real catalyst to your battling career?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's basically been the entire... Well, no, I have to give some credit to Dub Scandal as well for the DTH battle.
Words of Weapons as well for the two-putt battle.
What a classic. What a classic. No, yeah, Premier Battles basically just re-established my career, to be honest. It all came from a slightly drunken conversation with Raptor the couple days before the event. Like the Academy, because I was never billed to be on that event whatsoever. It was supposed to be some dude who I don't even remember, despite the fact I wrote 2 rounds for him,
right, and
Lex, and I replaced Lex. But then 4 days before the event, Lex dropped out, so Raptor was like, shit, who can we find? Dean, are you sober? No. What are you doing Friday? I don't know. You battling? And that's how I'm in the Academy.
And the Academy, for those who aren't aware as well, is kind of like the PGs, I guess, of Premier Battles, and the tournament structure. It's team based, as you say, Team Tox, Team Flawless. Isn't it all Team Tox guys now in the
No,
semis?
we got well. It will be in the final, but the semis is just one Team Flawless guy left, and that's DARPA. Jesus. But DARPA has never been one to care about the team based aspect whatsoever.
No, he's a bit of a lone wolf, isn't he?
Yeah, it seems like a weird thing to do when you're trying out for a team-based league. But who knows? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
So,
Dodgeball.
Of course, shout out Dodgeball. Incredible movie. I think that's kind of slept on by today's youth. They're probably not aware of Dodgeball.
Yo, like my flatmates are like a couple years younger than me. They haven't even seen Superbad. It's just weird. Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
It's not on.
No, it's just these kind of cultural milestones. It's like, we got fucked up the other day, and we're in Birmingham seeing old friends. We spent literally an hour talking about Pokemon Red and Blue, just because it's all our common touch grounds, you know what I mean? It's all stuff that we can talk about. I'm not even a big Pokemon fan, but whatever. And it's like, will that be Fortnite in 20 years? Is that going to be that sort of thing? Or
oh, shit, yeah.
That seems
like... Yeah, that kind of... But they got good cartoons, too. Yeah, we're going off tangent right now.
We are.
I see people talking about how it's fucked up that kids can watch fucked up YouTube videos now. It's like, dude, when we were kids, we watched Courage the Cowardly Dog and videos of Saddam Hussein being executed.
Yeah,
via Bluetooth.
And Rugrats, homie, there was some dark Rugrats episodes.
Exactly.
Chucky had issues, but looking at your Academy run.
This is an edit. This right here is an edit. You want to do a swift edit point?
your Academy run. So what was so your guy didn't show up and you battled Jay Shaw, is that right?
Yeah, literally. To be honest, it was a shambles, but it was kind of just one of those where I'd wrote some good material that would have gone off against the dude in the room. I can't even remember his name, man. It was some form of D something.
Okay.
Oh no. Yep. He was like some old head from Birmingham.
Okay.
But yeah, he didn't show up, so me and Jay did my stuff was I just got told just try and get out your material, so I did, and then mixed in some freestyles here and there, but it was not a great show whatsoever, so I had to come back and kill it with the title performance, which was in the conversation for performance of the night, so I feel like I accomplished that.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that back, actually. We had Tidal at the Power Resume in the Park event, and I think a lot of people underestimate this guy. I think he's quite accomplished technically.
Yeah, he was. Well, the thing I've noticed about the Premier Battles Academy is because the vibe in the room is so so good on nearly all events, you can get some bias and some recency bias, because straight after that tryout event, people were talking about Tidal as one of the favourites. And I think Tidal's great, but he's not a favourite for a tournament. But it was just because he showed up so much at that event and showed what he was capable of. Because the thing about the Academy is it's not, when you get there, like once the event starts, it's not prior reputation or anything, it's just your performance on the night.
This went down last week, I should say. We're just going to recap the quarter-final of the Academy 18, which had Bobby and Soul as the rearrangement from MD5. I've actually seen it myself, privy to the pay-per-view and stuff like that. But what a cool thing to have that as an ornament on top. I love the arrangement.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's probably the best battle I've ever been a support for. Or maybe one of the next in line twos, but it runs it close either way. And it was just absolutely ridiculous battle. The vibe in the room was brilliant. It was just fucking classic, to be honest, man. Like, I haven't watched it back yet because I've been mad busy, but I will watch it back. But I remember in the room, no one could call it. Like, it was a 2-1 either way. Wow. I was leaning towards Soul. I will say that. I had Bobby before the battle. But I think Bobby just showed up and proved what he's capable of.
And you kicked off the day battling Deviant, is that right?
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the performance was okay, but I feel like I could have been cleaner, and my Tidal performance was a lot cleaner. I just kind of there was a hardcore beatdown festival going on upstairs. Yeah, so it was kind of like trying to shout over the fucking heavy music going on. And then you know me, I listen to my heavy music. So as soon as I heard heavy music, I just started yelling, man.
Right. You're in your element, I suppose. Like.
Yeah, no, but I probably should have been like, oh, maybe you don't need to yell this whole time. But then I'm hearing a nice little breakdown, and I'm like, yeah, but I kind of do want to yell.
And
I do kind of want a crowd kill right now.
It must be nice, because Connor Ainsworth was there, who we've had on the show before, the absolute god at the updates. It must be interesting finishing your battle and then going on the thread and just seeing it transcribed and what people like. It's like instant feedback.
Honestly, dude, when I finish my battle, I just go straight to the bar. I really don't check updates or anything like that.
Sure.
I kind of just go, thank fucking God that's over. I'm going to get a drink. Which is one of the things I like about going first.
Yeah.
Because then you can just fucking relax and watch Major kill it.
I mean, seems like you bodied Deviant.
With a cleaner performance, I think it could be a 3-0. Looking back, it was a 2-1 either way. I thought I had much better content, but my performance was better. But that's just because Deviant doesn't really adapt well to those kind of rooms. Like, warming up the day definitely helped me because I can just punch straight from the gate, whereas he kind of needs a more captive audience. I could have done a bit better, but yeah, I'd say 2-1 to me.
They telling Dean to bar this Deviant like Code Red?
That was one of the first bars I wrote for that battle, because I wanted to match the greatest Terminal name flip, the greatest Deviant name flip ever by Terminal.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, a Deviant is one step from an nonce, which is just the most fucking phenomenal. It might be my favourite name flip in battle rap history.
Yeah, it's so fire, yeah.
Like, if I have to explain battle rap to people, I just use that because people fucking love it.
And next up, I mean, we were meaning to have him on the show. Unfortunately, time conspired against us. Major Concerns versus Blitz.
The God!
The hype on this guy, I mean, it's justified, but it's crazy.
He's the new Frankie. What can we say?
Wow.
I mean, it's just, his writing is absolutely fucking ridiculous. His performance is better than people give it credit for. And I think without the Team Tox, Team Flawless thing going on, because it's just an inter-Team Tox brawl, people are going to realise just how good his performance is, because sometimes us yelling can kind of piss off the audience, I've noticed. But when you his crowd control, absolutely perfect. He's never going to be a fucking yelling performer, but he just has that quiet confidence around him. His bars and writing are top tier already, without doubt. So yeah, Major, even if he loses his next battle, say he chokes or anything, he will be mid-tier at least. And if he wins this competition, he could have one of those Scoop, Bobby Rex, momentous rises.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the Bentner clash the other day, actually, and I felt something that I hadn't felt with a lot of new battlers. It's really exciting to watch him go to work.
Definitely.
And you're waiting for what he's actually going to say at the end, what the explosion's going to be. And yeah, I mean, the crowd are a bit little handy or whatever. I saw, like, Lazy Ass Jack do this post where he couldn't watch the battle or something because of it. I was a bit like, come on. I didn't think it was that stifling. But anyone listening that hasn't checked out Major Concerns, definitely
watch
needs to
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put Major pretty cleanly 3-0 Blitz. Blitz was better than I was expecting, but he made a couple of mistakes with angles and stuff. I feel like when you're going against a writer, don't do a bunch of comedy jokey stuff, because like Major just did one flip about it and just the room exploded, and it was kind of just a bit boring, but his stuff was okay. Yeah. Also, I'm not a huge fan of battlers getting super into their opponent's stuff all the time.
Okay.
Like, especially in a tournament like this, it's not really the best idea. Just fucking do. You don't do that shit where you say it's shit. Just fucking pull it like stone face and think about rebuttals, man. Like, because you're just feeding the audience right there.
Apparently at the event, England versus Australia event was announced for next year.
Yeah, I didn't actually hear that. I'm not sure what happened, but I like since checked it out, and yeah, that should be happening next year. The winner of the Academy gets a spot on that, so I'm 100% motivated for that, because the chance to be on a plane, possibly with Kojay, for 24 hours and get to point at the window the entire time, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I cannot miss.
Yeah,
I just can't do it.
What a great prize, though. I mean, compared to Headhunters, this
Academy
shits on Headhunters. I think it was to battle Jay Dillon. I think that's what the prize was. Like,
dude, I got offered Jay Dillon like before I started Don't Flop. Like, Jay Dillon's a great writer, but that's not a prize. I really like Jay Dillon.
Oh, Jay Dillon's the best.
I think he's underrated, but.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking big grand prize, especially with 100 quid.
Yeah, I guess it's just because the winner got like a big battler. That was what it was touted as, and Seuss won and then battled Jay Dillon, I think, at that Scotland event, where there was like, BA versus Tony and Soul Real Deal and all that sort of stuff. And there was iKid versus Loxy. How was that?
Honestly, that's just one of those style clashes where style clashes can either go one or two ways. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it went very well because Loxy just sometimes she can really pop off, but in this event it just showed that her bars weren't really there. I could styled on her and I thought comfortably picked up a 3-0, but I think he's definitely got another level that we haven't seen yet that Major should draw out of him, because iKid is ridiculously underrated. People like don't understand that he's comfortably mid-tier. Like, if you look at him on Gab, he's definitely mid-tier quality. It's just that for some reason people don't, not to get all rivers about it, people don't consider that when they're considering your tier in terms of battle rap in the UK as a whole. But yeah, it was an okay battle. I could add some nice lines here and there. There was a part in his second where he started barking that I was a big fan of, but I just like people fucking yelling, to be honest, mate.
Frost versus DARPA. A lot of people are excited about this one. How was it?
Well, as you know, it is a scientific fact that Frost has never lost, and he didn't lose. What do you want me to say?
Wasn't it 3-0 DARPA, right?
Who told you that?
That's what Connor Ainsworth wrote. I mean,
well, he was wrong. I don't know what you're saying there. Okay. You know what? DARPA probably won, but I feel like Frost could have taken it without that slight stumble in the third, but I thought it was pretty close, and a lot of DARPA's, like, not to start the shit talking already, but DARPA's biggest moments came from things that had nothing to do with battle rap, from people laughing at how funny it is how Geordies and Mackems talk, when he was like, I can't do the accent. Right. And everyone laughed because it's like, they talk funny. And then he called him a twink, and it's like, and everyone started laughing at that. And then Lordy called him a twink too, which is funny when someone in the audience yells and it matches the rhyme scheme. That's always funny. Yeah. But those aren't to do with rap. You know what I mean?
No, they're peripherals, yeah.
Yeah, so Dorper's, he's a good battler. He's got great crowd control. I mean, Froster's got good crowd control too, but for this event, it didn't seem to be working with him. So I'm not sure whether it was maybe a Southern thing or maybe his confidence wasn't quite there and he wasn't, enunciating himself enough. But yeah, I would have given it 2-1 to Frost.
And we mentioned Soul versus Bobby before.
Ridiculous battle. Ridiculous. That's worth the pay-per-view.
Yes. So you can pick it up already if you're listening. If you want to hear it right now, premierbattles.club, you can get the pay-per-view and all the battles.
I would say the pay-per-view, like the 50% of it goes to the winner of the tournament. And if you think about it, this is one of the few ways in battle rap you can directly support the lower tier and the mid tier, because really the lower tier and mid tier kind of never really get a slice of the pie. Whereas here, this is actually a way that you can support them if you are so inclined. So yeah, and also, fucking Soul Bobby is worth it on its own. Major's rounds are worth it. My rounds are fucking worth it because they are fucking sick. And my writing is ridiculous.
Yep.
And watching iKid style is always fucking fun.
You know, there's a bar of yours that I always think about, and I don't know why, but it's just one of those bars that's borrowed in my head. I think it's on that Don't Flop Extra battle you did in Liverpool that's not online anymore. At the Kaz. Did you battle at the Kaz?
Yeah.
The Casimir, yeah.
Dude, I don't remember the Casimir, yeah.
Yeah, and I think you battle, what was the line? It was something like...
C2.
Yes, C2, yeah, and you were like, there's a point to this hook, like a question mark.
Oh, yeah, no, it was something about, he, like, had, like, a bunch of faux 2009 Eminem, like, fucking deep-ass tracks, but they never actually meant anything, so it was like... You build up, then forget about it, like you're manic depressive, and what's the point to your hook? Now that's a question.
Right.
I like that.
That's
a good ass. That's a good ass. Oh.
That was fun. Were you Dean back then? Were you just Dean?
Yeah, I was Dean, and then it changed to LSDean.
Pre-LS. Okay. So you were battling DARPA then at Matchday 5?
Yep.
Oh man, and
3-0 to me pretty easily. You know what? I've been thinking about it, and it might be a 2-1 to me in the room, and then one of those that you watch back. Like, one of those battles you get really hyped off, and then you watch it back and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? This is a clear 3-0. I don't even know how I enjoyed this. Like, Dorper's great in the room, but he has absolutely no content. He makes up words half the time. Like, he just says things that aren't words.
What are some examples? I know it's hard off the top of your head, but what? So the guy just will substitute...
Taylux Brawl is definitely up there. Okay. My name will send shivers round the battle rap world like a Taylux Brawl or something.
Taylux Brawl.
And a Taylux Brawl, upon questioning, is a fight between Loaded Lux and Tay-Rock.
Oh, Taylux. Okay, wow.
It may indeed send like waves around the battle rap world, but so would like, I don't know, like a Pedro Moss Probs Brawl. But that's
that almost happened.
Say it.
Yeah.
Like, you just picked two random people and was like, if they had a fight, everyone would be like, oh shit. It's a fucking ridiculous thing to say.
Okay. Yeah, that reminds me of John versus Saurus on King of the Dot, where John has some played out, served over the net Wimbledon bar, and then he's like to Saurus, I bet you're Wimbledon, and it's like, wimbling isn't a verb. No one can wimble.
That's good.
I don't know what wimbling is. So yeah, I mean,
wimble sounds like it would be a word.
It does though. Yeah, it does. It does.
It's like one of those things you think is a word.
It's like an upper class trembling or something. Wimbling. Like I can definitely see it. But let us know in the comments as well any made up words you've heard. We are live streaming this, and I should say we're live streaming this on like Saturday afternoon. But we got 14 people, so I appreciate you guys fucking with the show. And let's see if we got any.
Oh yeah, dude.
See if we got any questions.
I mean, the alternative is to watch Bosnia versus Northern Ireland right now. So we got.
So Ricardo Lewis always donates to the show. Thank you so much, man. He actually says Preparate, which is a very good example.
Preparate's a fantastic one. That might be the best one.
Yeah.
Lewis... I mean, we've all acted like, dude, like literally 2 days before the battle, a battle recently, I realised that Dolly Parton didn't write the song Total Eclipse of the Heart and had to change a bar. Right. Sometimes you just get something in your head and you like the last minute you're like, oh shit, no, I never Googled this. I'm completely fucking wrong here.
Lewis Black asking, LSDean, are you a fellow Manc?
No. I live here. I'm in fucking between Longsight and Rusholme right now. It's rainy as fuck, but I am from the illustrious, beautiful League One town of Accrington.
Right. Okay. Naz
I
saying,
think I'm the only Accrington battle rapper.
is that right? Yeah, maybe you are. I mean, again, comment if you know. Hive mind. Naz saying Major Concerns versus Frankie would be fire.
That would be that would need like the right room, I think. Like that in Fiddlers, obviously. Fiddlers is the go-to. That in Fiddlers would be dope. Not sure about Ruby Lounge. Zombie Shack, it would fucking pop. Like it would need to be a small room.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that would be. The fact that people are suggesting people like Frankie for this guy's had like 2 or 3 battles, quite shows you.
Major's great. It's gonna absolutely suck to beat him in the finals. It really is, but that's what's gonna have to happen.
Fridge saying apparently someone said acapella in a battle as well, which maybe just been a smidging of words. Ricardo,
I like that.
Yeah, acapella. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Ricardo Lewis saying, Tom, Avocado shouted you out in one of his episodes of Cigars, said he wanted to do something with you. Yeah, me and Avo, well, I've always got a few things going, Ricardo, but yeah, we're gonna be doing a video soon, maybe hopefully get on Watch as well. That would be pretty good. But let's build up.
Oh yes.
Yes, that would, I mean, Watch in the UK, the legion of stars that they could have. And we could finally watch Shuffle T.
O'Shea needs to have a watch.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Also, they need to do a watch on I don't even know the matchups. It's all I know is that it's a 2-on-2 freestyle with like Einstein and Moss Prob and Blizzard and Pedro. What you offering for 4:30 battle, because that is an all-timer. We need that one on Watch.
Well, they battles to be given the respect they deserve. Like I remember Cap Callus like paying to not watch Gem Shocks or something like that, and it was pretty embarrassing, to be honest. But, we'd feel the same way about some fucking... Well, we wouldn't actually. We'd show the respect, but, regardless. So, Matchday 5 for the title.
I mean, you say that, but, like, everyone in England, like, for a while, it took the Northern Irish a long time to get... not the Northern Irish, the Irish. I'm just thinking about the football.
Yeah.
The Irish battlers, like, it took them a while to fucking get the respect here. Like, for a while, people were just literally like, no, fuck that, they sound funny.
Yeah.
But on a related note, fuck DARPA. He sounds funny.
So you and DARPA are battling Matchday 5, Ruby Lounge, which is going down from midday, 14 plus, Saturday the 6th of June, Saturday the 6th of October. You can pick up your tickets on the website. How much are the tickets? I'm guessing they're about a tenner or so. I'm just going to check now. But I think they're going to be, £10 standard ticket. Sure. Yeah.
It's going to be a good battle. It's going to be really live in the room because he's good, energetic performer. I think I have more charisma than him, but he has a tendency to win over crowds, so that'll be good. And he's going to come up with so many good words for gay men.
Right.
That only other gay men know to call me. So that's going to be fun. I'm interested to hear what new things he's picked up.
And the other academy battle then is iKid versus Major, right?
iKid Major, that's going to be absolutely fucking ridiculous. That's going to be a bar fest. Like, Major's first big room battle. So we can really see what Major's made of. I think he's got enough to pull it off, but we're going to see what he's made of there. And iKid having an actual battle he has to like actually fucking write for, otherwise he'll lose. Because like a lot of these battles iKid hasn't really been a challenge for him. So this is like the first time in a while he's had to like fucking write or lose. So that should be fucking sick.
And, 2 inter-team matches, fixtures going down here. Mandrill versus Knights and Sharks versus Pride. We'll start with Mandrill versus Knights. Zen versus...
Is it Knights or is it Glory?
It says Knights on the flyer.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right, sorry. I'm looking at the ticket page, which says Knights, but you're right, sorry. Yeah, it is Glory.
They're just used to Knights being on every fucking event.
Yeah.
Shout out Knights, though, but they are always there.
I'm getting a bit of extra information from the ticket link. It's saying that Zen versus Pedro is actually going to be a freestyle battle.
Yeah, I heard that too, which kind of... At this point, I feel like they're kind of just trying to wrap up Glory's season, because it has been just an absolute train wreck in terms of management. Like, no, it it's just not gone well for them. They've had so many changes and that. So maybe they're just trying to wrap up the season and just put on some entertaining battles for the next event. And then next year, whoever the new manager is, because I don't know, I didn't check it, can like have an off season to actually plan and get everything in place. But Zen Pedro freestyle sounds fucking great. Like those are two absolutely fucking ridiculous freestylers.
Yeah.
Be interested to see if it's. I love those guys, especially in 4-bar back to back. Like Zen J Short 4-bar back to back is a great one.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of that format. I think that's the best way to do a freestyle battle. Not a huge fan of grab bags or long form.
No, I agree. And if they were to do a grab bag thing, maybe they could do something on the screen, but just have sort of football iconography, teams, shirts, players, etc. And they could just go off that if they wanted to make it a little bit more thematically consistent.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That could work. That would be cool. But I'm a huge fan of 4-bar back-to-back because it just captures the energy so well.
Yeah.
If you use a handheld camera as well, so you can just keep swinging between the two, it just looks so fucking sick. I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah, Dots versus Pedro. Pedro's deadly in the 4-bar section of that.
Yeah.
The heart of stone like a garden gnome. I'm pretty sure he says that in that battle.
That's fucking sick.
I know, yeah, Pedro says it in that battle.
Genuinely, I wish I wrote that. That's one of those things, like, you ever hear a multi? I wasted a multi in my academy tryout. I said, words are weapons. In that case, I'm about to catch a murder sentence. Like, it's one of those multis that you just think of, and then you're like, wait, no one thought of this before?
That, to be fair, murder sentence, I literally just got the double meaning. That is fire. That is fucking fire.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's one of those that you're just like, shit, everyone else was slacking to not having said this.
So Matter versus Giz is next, Dean.
Interesting. I like Giz a lot. Cool to see him get a bit of a bigger look. It's gonna be. He's got his work cut out for him there, hasn't he? Like,
yeah.
Not only is it a huge name, but it's also the kind of guy who can quite effectively style on punchline rappers. So Giz will really have to switch it up, but he's been putting in work. So we'll see how he does. I'm gonna going into it. Obviously, Matter's the huge favourite. But if Giz can, put on a good performance, that really raises his stock as a battler in this country.
Yeah, Giz is crazy, no doubt. I just think Matter's probably the toughest opponent he's ever faced in a written format. And
also, you got to think that room, Matter's going to easily be able to captivate them, easily be able to clown. Giz is going to have his work cut out for him.
He really is.
It's not impossible. He is very talented, and also we've seen so many battlers rise up when they've had a chance to prove themselves against a bigger opponent. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Giz in this format, definitely, and I do like his disruptive style, but I think Matter has that water off a duck's back as sort of veneer.
Yeah, literally.
I don't know how he's going to... Matter's just such a pro. He seems to be battling all the time, he battled in Dub Scandal, he battled Guayme, that just got uploaded overseas. Like, the guy is just, really is one of the most consistent in the country.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It might be an outside shout for the All-Star game. I wouldn't put him in, but might be at least in the conversation there.
Yeah, and he's battled. He battled Saurus. He's battled Lopeshi, Philly Swain and Zim. Matt's been in those bouts, so he definitely can hold his own.
Yeah, definitely. What's the other one on the card there?
Peace Soldier versus Els.
Yes, the return, and also the farewell. We got to think about that. This is going to be dope. Isn't this Peace Soldier's last battle?
Is that right? Is this his final one?
I don't know if that... I heard that somewhere, but, I'm really fucking stupid, so I might have just, read something wrong.
Right. Maybe it is.
Els is a fucking dope fucking, Dude, Els was a bit before my era, but I remember trying out, and then, I remember the day I tried out, I ended up getting some food with, Rowan and Kruger afterwards, and, all they were talking about was how good Els were and how much they wanted to bring Els back.
Right.
And I was like, shit, I better actually check out Els. Trying to bluff my way through the conversation, being like, yeah, Els is great. I love that guy. I'd never watched him. No. But since then, I checked him out, and I do think this is going to be so fucking entertaining. Because it's a comeback, you might want to edge Els, but last battles can either go one or two ways. Like sometimes it's obvious that you really just want to call it quits and it's a loss, but then sometimes people rise up and they're like, no way am I taking a loss as the final note in my career at this point. So we'll see how it goes. I'm edging Els though.
Yeah, I think Els will win. I mean, you question whether there'll be some ring rust. He's going to be on BRR hopefully tomorrow. We're definitely going on the show soon. We've been in talks for a while. And the guy still follows battle rap ardently, as you can tell from his Twitter. And he's someone that just clowns on quite broad topics, the stereotypes, how you look, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think with Peace Soldier, he's got a lot to get his teeth into. And Els is a bit more elusive just because he hasn't been in the ring for so long. I think it's like, you know, his last battle was...
You don't know what he's going to come with.
No.
And the fact that he's not like the fact that he's kept up with battle rap shows that he's gonna fucking adapt for the new era. Well, adapt his style for the new era. Like,
yeah, it'll be like when Censor came back, I think, and it was like a time capsule, the caveman locked in ice, and we just experienced what this battle rap used to be. And I think we're going to find that we love it. And it's no slight on Peace Soldier, as you say, but maybe maybe just the apathy or leaking, or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be a resurgent end. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's Mandrill Mob versus Glory. And just before we get to the two Pride Shark battles, is it right they're apparently going to be showing Soul Bobby at the event as well?
That's what I've heard. I'm not sure if it's changed because of the pay-per-view or not.
Right.
But I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put it on the screen. Not sure if there's going to be time. Like I hope the Academy battles are just happening first and not being break battles.
Yeah.
Because break battles going to be a bit of a weird vibe, and also I just want to get my performance over with, get my win, get my ticket to the All-Star game, and then fucking drink. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, I haven't heard any change from that front.
Yeah, I hope they do. When I went to the Bender Memorial that Danny put on at the Fiddlers towards the start of the year, and we watched a lot of his battles. It's great to watch old battles in a crowd with battlers, especially in the Premier Battles crowd. I think that's a good idea for them to do that. I think that will keep the energy going.
Yeah,
and obviously
I'd love to see a watch live. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, or just
a small room venue.
Yeah, that would be good. I think it's just like, I'd like to do watches myself, but I don't have the resources in my home. And I was thinking about renting a studio or something and getting people round, but then you can't smoke and drink, and it's like, or maybe you can. Or,
the smoking and drinking is an integral part.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, again, just copy and fucking ruin your day as ever here at Battle Rap Resume. So, Koj versus Raptor.
Whew! I thought we were going to save this one for last. Can we not save this one for last?
We can save this one for last then. Let's do Quan versus Chris Lees.
I've made no bones about saying that I thought Dialect beat Chris Lees. I think Quan is going to take this. I think Chris Lees I think he's just one of those battlers that I don't get.
Okay.
No, nothing against him. Like, I just don't get it. That's like, I'm sure there's fucking 100 battle rappers that don't get my style or don't get the appeal of me. I just don't see why everyone likes him so much. Like, I think he can put together some rhymes, he can really flow, but for me, I think Juan's just more charismatic. There's nothing you can really say to him. Like, Jay Short tried his best, and that was still fucking close. And when was the last time Jay took an L? Like, I think Juan's easily got this, and that will make it interesting in terms of the standings. Because although I've heard 2-1 either way, I think Soul will go to Sharks. In which case, it will make it 1-1 leading up to the last battle, which will just be interesting from the narrative terms, which in all sports is the most important thing.
Absolutely,
the narrative is always the most important thing.
For the same reason that Juan beat Sleepy G, I think he's going to beat Chris. I think there's just too much for him to talk about. There's too much for him to clown on, and that's no disrespect to Chris. I think Chris is.
But also, you could say that Chris, Chris puts out like videos with like fucking cream pies and shit. Like, he's not afraid of being clowned. So maybe that is something in his like favor, like that he can just be like, "Yo, I really don't give a shit about you making fun of me right now. You're still a nerd." Like, some shit like that might work in the room, might not.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, Chris is very capable nonetheless. And if he just goes at Juan dissing, you're a fucking nerd or whatever, or you shouldn't be here, you don't rap, etc. I just don't know if he's going to have that effect, the desired effect of kind of unnerving him. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be an interesting clash. And it's a good matchup in general.
If Juan wins this, I can't see how you can say he can't be in the All-Star game. I mean, the only thing you can say... Oh, man, I want Juan Dundee now. I'm thinking about it, actually. Yeah. That would be so fucking good. Yeah, fuck it. 1-3-0, Juan at the All-Star game. That's what I want. I've decided now.
Who wins Koj versus Raptor?
Can I see him to the future, Tom? I can't. No one knows that. No one knows that. Like, this... Oh, it needs to be the last battle of the event. If things run like I think they'll run, if they don't, it will still be a fucking fire battle. But if this comes down to it, Raptor he's not even seeking redemption. I don't think he is. Maybe for some no-shows, but Raptor's like put in so many good performances and had battles that a lot of people thought he won. I thought he beat Villain. I wasn't in the room for the other one, but I did think he beat Villain. You can't really argue against him for the All-Star. Koj, it's kind of like, it's almost as if this is the battle to decide who is the face of the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Raptor kind of has been the face of Premier Battles, but maybe with these great performances and this redemption arc, it is just about, it's just a fucking sick battle. I'm just thinking about it now. There's just so many things you can approach it with. It really is just like a fucking heavily promoted like sport event. Like, this is going to be fucking ridiculous. You can't really compare them. They're both brilliant technical writers, both fucking ridiculously accomplished rappers. It's just one of those, always with these two guys, you have to put the caveat if they both come with it. But I can't see a reason why they wouldn't come with it, barring some unfortunate circumstances, which we can't really,
of course,
predict or talk about beforehand. So hopefully this is going to be a classic and the Premier Battles that, like, this, if this goes well, this and Bobby Soul will be the battles that you sell the concept as, that you sell Pride versus Sharks, you sell two great battlers going at it. So if this isn't a reason to buy your ticket, I really don't think that you care about battle rap. As plain as it is, you have to be there to watch this one.
Yeah, I think I've got Koj winning, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I've got a lot of love for both of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think top Raptor is better than top Koj.
Yeah, I would agree.
Peak.
Yeah.
I've seen Raptor at his peak better than I've seen Koj at his peak. But also, is Koj just peaking now?
That's the thing. I think we've seen the best of Raptor that we're ever going to see, and I think the best of Koj is still to come.
That really, like, this, this could be the point on the chart where I don't know about fucking stuff. I'm really stupid. You know what I mean? Where there's like those graphs.
Yeah, axes and shit. Yeah, X and Y.
Darpa's just writing this down, just like, holy shit, this guy is just straight up retarded. Like, I can't really make fun of him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, X-axis, that's a word.
Yeah, no. I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at, man. I'm sure there's a Watch Mojo video out there.
Something about graphs.
Yeah.
Yo.
I think Raptor's a little too rambly and Koj's much more surgical.
I see what you mean, but I also think that Raptor has higher peaks in terms of performance and in terms of if Raptor ever has a lull, he can bring it back. Whereas Koj is susceptible to a Jersey moment.
Right.
Raptor can ramble a little bit, but then he's using that ramble to bring it back to his stuff. Whereas Koj can just, fade, like a round can just fade out. So, but I don't want there to be any chokes. I want these guys to be 100% prepped, and we're going to see a classic.
Yeah, and it's going down in a few weeks' time, Saturday, the 6th of October. I'm sure this will sell out. Definitely grab your tickets off the website. We'll put the link down below as well. Let's just have a quick look through the live chat. We got a question from Lewis Black. What 3 battles would you both like to see happen before the end of the year and why? Dean, any off the top of your head?
Oh, that's such a good question to
Mm,
just throw at me. I'm trying to think about ones that I'd want to see. I mean, I threw out one Dundee, so that'd be one I
that's a good
definitely
one.
want to
Yep,
see.
yep.
Who else is up there? I'd like to see New Jersey Twerk battle someone English, but I don't know if he'd try, so I'm not sure who you'd throw him
I can
against.
guarantee he wouldn't try, but yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, he wouldn't try.
No.
But and then I mean, I think me versus Major at the All-Star game would be absolutely fucking phenomenal because obviously you've got great lyricism from him, but then you've got the style and the performance from me. I think, like, not to fucking be big-headed, but I'm the fucking best.
Let's have a thing. I don't want. Okay, I'm gonna just say Gem Soul, obviously, because I've wanted to see that battle forever. I think that is
It depends on the room, depends on the environment.
I'd love to see it at like a Ministry, like a Checkpoint 2 crowd, like maybe not Ministry itself, but something like that, like a stacked, attentive audience.
That would be interesting if that happened. I don't know. It all has to be the right vibe.
It does. If it was again, that's just one I want to see as a UKBL fan. Ogmios versus Els, I'd probably like to see as well, just because
that'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking about it. Or I'd throw in like Moss Prob into the conversation there. I guess he's not doing as many battles now. He's kind of stepped back, but again, he's another one of those more old. There was kind of a phase where like UK battle rap had like an alternative scene. And I would definitely put Moss Probst at the periphery of that.
Definitely, yeah. He's
like they weren't just comedy. They were like fucking alternative hip hop. They were just fucking doing weird shit, which was cool.
Okay, so Gem, Soul, Og, Els. I'd probably like to see. This is a match I've always wanted to see. Koj versus Crash.